So, Aggro, we saw Wonder Woman.
We did.
Did DC make a good movie?
All we know so far is that a pretty good movie happened. We're not sure who's responsible or how it happened.
Probably Patty Jenkins, the director, had something to do with that.
Possible.
Yeah. Still weird that Zack Snyder has a writing credit on this. I'm like, what did he write? That finale?
Framework for the whole thing.
Maybe. I guess also because I know I'm going to get questions about this. We saw Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yes.
2. Saw Volume 2. It was rad. I don't really have a whole lot to say about it. I think it's better than the first.
I think bringing up Guardians 2 is a very important thing we're talking about with Wonder Woman.
Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2 is a pure expression of Technicolor joy. It's a great fucking movie. It's a great time.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman is a pretty good movie with some seriously awesome scenes in it.
Yeah, like I feel that this movie, like Wonder Woman, like at its absolute worst, is competent.
You mean the last 30 minutes?
Yes. When this movie is at its worst, it is still competent and functioning.
Mm-hmm.
At its best, it's like there's a sequence that is possibly my favorite scene in all of comic movie hero-dom. Oh my god. So yeah, like the more it's one of those movies, like the more I think about it, I'm like, oh, like, you know, like yeah, I mean, like these things may not have worked so well, but like these worked really well, and but like my overall takeaway on this film is just, oh my god, I love this movie.
Yeah,
it's a weird thing to say that about a DC movie because it's been a while.
Like the movie, it's got. I mean, if you dig through the Zack Snyder palette and you dig through some of the stilted writing, it's just you could pick this and like that's bad and that wasn't good and that's just stupid. But they set out to make a Wonder Woman movie and they swung for it. They just went and made this movie.
Yeah, I just feel like I just want to like walk up to like every person who said, like, you can't make a Wonder Woman movie. No one's going to buy a Wonder Woman movie.
I keep hearing about these people, but not from them.
Yeah, I've heard from a couple of them personally. You know one of them.
Probably.
Yeah. And
we have terrible friends.
We do. So, yeah, like, you know, like I've heard from a couple people saying that, like, you know, I've seen it online as well, like, oh, well, you know, usually like the DC defenders, like, oh, well, you can't just give Wonder Woman her own movie. You have to introduce her in, like, with Batman and Superman, so that way people can see her as a viable superhero. It's like, we made Thor! We made a fucking Thor movie! You can't say, like, you know, like a commercially... The Thor movies weren't even good, and they were so commercially successful, and people fucking love those movies. Like, the general public totally digs the Thor films. You cannot, like, have Thor, the goofiest motherfucker in mainstream comics. Okay, I'm really pushing that statement. But you can't have him get, like, headline his own major motion picture, which makes a bajillion fucking dollars, and then say, like, oh, well, you can't make Wonder Woman convincing. It's like, she's an Amazon! Did you see Xena Warrior Princess?
No, but I did watch Ranma, and I have some questions.
What?
The Amazons are Chinese.
Oh my god, I forgot that Shampoo was an Amazon. Because she's so goddamn Chinese.
Yeah. And so far, none of these Amazons are actually from the Amazon.
Yeah, no, yeah. This is like, you know, Greek warrior princesses. But yeah, oh man. Like, you're talking about, like, the Zack Snyder palette. I really like the coloration of this film, because you start off in Themyscira, and it's just, it's bright, it's vivid, it's colorful, it's lush, it's really nice looking. And then, like, once you get to the real world, reality, it's grimy.
And not even just the real world, London.
Yeah,
London at the turn of the century. Ugh.
It's hideous.
It is.
But yeah, it was. Yeah, I loved like the switching color palette, and even though like it did go for like the more muted colors, you know, it did have a very distinct. It wasn't just washed out gray, like, you know.
Yeah, it was a World War I movie. The ever obscuring cloud of dust in the air for like 6 years was a thing.
Yeah, but yeah, it had like this blue hue to it, and like Wonder Woman's outfit, I think really popped color wise. You know, like, you could definitely see the reds and the golds and the blue.
I think her outfit was the whole reason that Chroma Knob got turned that way, because Wonder Woman's outfit is fucking ridiculous. I mean, it's not the most ridiculous one that's out there. Like, Tom Hiddleston came out with the helmet on.
Yeah.
But I really think that whole color palette served to, like, okay, that's red and blue leather with gold accents, but, you know, for some reason it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I love the way she looks. I really dig Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. I really feel like she's just really owning that role, because I didn't know what to think about her. Like, the only thing I knew about her is that she came from one of the Fast and the Furious films, and I'm like, oh yeah, 'cause those are known for their impeccable acting choices. So I'm just like, is this chick gonna be good enough to, you know? And then, like, you know, she has she has an accent, she is a native English speaker, so I was like, I wonder, and that really works in her part, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I kind of like that she has this very natural accent of hers, and I was like, I really like Gal Gadot. She has a great presence. I feel like she owns like all the cheesy bullshit that she says. Like, I totally buy the sincerity behind it. And when she is just Wonder Womaning it up, like, she just cuts this awesome fucking comic book figure.
She does. The physicality was amazing in this movie. Like, a lot of times, you know, when actors, you hand an actor a sword and you're like, you handed that guy a sword 10 minutes ago, he has no idea what he was doing.
Oh, Iron Fist?
Yeah, fucking Iron Fist. And it tends to happen a lot, like it's diminishing as we go on, but it tends to happen a lot more with female actresses. Where you're like, I can't even, but like Gal Gadot flips a tank, and I'm like, she's fucking doing that.
Yeah, I fucking love, what was it, because it's the one of the shots in the trailer where she's like in that building, she's just like fucking up some World War I German soldiers, and she like kicks a table over at one, like grabs the lasso, like one of them like fucking busts like the butt of a gun across her torso, and she just Sparta kicks them. It was so good. Like, I love how they perfectly nailed the way Wonder Woman fights. Like, because, you know, I think that the closest comparison, you know, people are going to make, obviously, is going to be the first Avenger, Captain America. And, like, I love that movie. It's a great movie. It was one of my favorite films in the MCU. But one of my issues with it was that they didn't really nail, like, the way Steve Rogers fights. You know, and it wasn't until, you know, like, they started getting his movements down by Avengers, and then, like, they got, like, the movements and, like, the full shield action and stuff.
Yeah, because, like, he didn't have that shit down till...
Right, but, yeah, I
do like how early on in this movie they gave her, you know, like the mid-sized hoplite shield, and I'm like, and then she threw it, and I'm like, but then it never came back, so I'm like, alright.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, like, but, like, this, though, I'm like, yes, that is how I've always pictured in my head Wonder Woman fighting. The physicality, the speed, the agility. She's just a total beast. Also, I love the fact that this movie didn't just go total feminist agenda. Because it could have. It could have been like men talking down to her constantly about, like, oh, a girl, and then, like, you know, just, you know, like, oh, she can do this, because, you know, like, just, it could have been a total rah-rah girl power film. And it really, and I've seen people criticize, like, oh, it should have been more feminist. It's like, fuck you. Okay, you don't want feminism, you want misandry in your film.
First of all, Wonder Woman is a bit of a misnomer. She's not actually a woman.
True. Well, I mean, in this iteration, she is.
Nah.
What? No.
She's half god, half Valkyrie.
Spoilers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I guess since you said that, we'll jump more into spoilers. Yeah, I think it's a great flick. Well, I think it's a good flick that I love way more than I think the average person is going to. I am expecting most people to go walk out of that film going, "Yeah, that's a pretty damn good movie. Yeah, I did not regret spending money on this." I walked out of it like, dude, yes. And especially because it's so hopeful. It is so hopeful, and just, it's nice to see a superhero film about, like, you know, the superhero putting themselves on the line to save people. I was telling you, the last time I saw a superhero just, do something as altruistic as the thing that Wonder Woman does in this film was goddamn Spider-Man 2, where he's holding the train back, where it's just like, he's putting his physical body on the line. He doesn't know if he can do this. This could very well kill him for the sake of potentially saving people. And, that is a heroic moment. There's a reason that's one of the most iconic film moments in, the last, 15 years? Yeah, and I feel like Wonder Woman, in the scene that I'm about to get into, is, it's that same kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it's a lot like the atmosphere in the Richard Donner Superman.
Yeah.
Where Wonder Woman shows up and she's from an old time where things were done very differently, like the Greek ideal of Ariste and shit. Just that's not what war is anymore. So Wonder Woman, much like how the Flash never left the Silver Age in the comics, Wonder Woman just shows up and they're like, oh, war's changed, Infinite Ammo Headband. And she's like, what? No, we're not. We're going to go to the village and beat up the guys. Whatever, fuck y'all.
Yeah, oh man, yeah, that is great though, because she's just like, just get me to the war, get me to Ares, get me to Ares. I'll take care of the war, guys. I got this. I'm a superhero.
They spend the whole movie explaining to her, no, you can't just win the war. You can't fix this problem. The whole world is broken now, and everything is terrible, and that's what World War I is like.
Oh, yeah, speaking of that, okay, that's another thing I liked in this movie over the first Avenger. Captain America, it very much feels like World War II, propaganda. Yeah, let's go fuck up the Nazis, and we're the heroes, and
Captain America shit, it's great.
Yeah, it's great. It totally works for Captain America, and I love that about Captain America. This gets into the horrors of war. Like you said, a guy with his fucking leg blown off, and she's just like, oh my god, we need to help all these people. And them just being like, you can't save everyone. We need to do this. If we don't get to here, more people than what's right here will die. We can't just stop to save every single person. That's what war is. And just her unrelenting, just no, I need to help people. And them going, no. We need to help the big picture.
They're like, Diana, you don't understand what's happening. And Diana's like, I don't think you understand what the fuck I am.
Yeah, and the fact that, it frames war as this messy, horrific fucking narrative that it actually is, that there are no clear-cut good guys or bad guys, except for maybe Dr. Poison and Ludendorff, which you can get to your Ludendorff rank just a little bit. But yeah, it doesn't automatically frame people as these are the good guys, these are the bad guys. Just no, war's messy, it's a clusterfuck, and there isn't simple answers, and nobody is particularly right. Neither Wonder Woman nor because they both have their points. Yes, we need to stop Ares, but at the same time, we also, what Chris Pine is also saying is correct. So yeah, I really like how they kind of. Almost kind of like how Gundam always kind of portrays, it's yeah, I mean, these are the bad guys, but they're not bad guys. Yeah, I really like that element. Ludendorff rant, go.
Just real quick, Ludendorff is an actual guy. He's a real historical person who did not employ insane, really World War II Hellboy villain feeling poison doctors. It was the weirdest thing about this movie to me is they took this actual historical figure and made him this Jack Nicholson Joker psychopath. He became the fucking Red Skull.
Yeah.
Which I remember through the whole movie, because people were like, oh, it's going to be just like Captain America. And I'm like, this movie isn't Captain America at all. I don't know what they're talking about. And then they roll up on the tarmac, and there's a giant plane full of doom we have to stop. Oh.
Yeah.
They walk into the bar oh, we're going to get people to go on the mission. And she's like, oh, we're going to get warriors? She's like, yeah. I'm like, the Howling Commandos. We're going to go pick up the Howling Commandos. And we did, and it was great.
Oh, man. Yeah. That's another thing I really liked about this film is that, all of these characters felt like grounded real people. I felt like any one of these people could have just, been a major character in this film. But no, they all had, their own distinct personalities. They all had, their own personal demons and shit. And once again, it is that whole war is messy narrative, and like it really got into like, no, these are people. They are people in a fucked up situation. Some are more fucked up than others. Like the Scotsman sniper dude, like he's all like emotionally tortured. And you brought this up, which I also like, that Wonder Woman doesn't just magically fix his PTSD.
Yeah.
Is it with like the power of love? Like no, like these people came into the ship broken, they're walking out of the ship broken.
Yeah, that little unit, it's a microcosm of Diana's journey through World War I, where, because like the whole point of the Amazons was to help and to teach men and all this ascended master bullshit, but it's her walking around realizing that not all this can be fixed immediately and right away, and it's bad. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah. Also, I love, what was it, when they were sitting by the campfire and she's talking to the Native American guy. And
It's just called Chief.
Yes. It's just
Old school.
He didn't go a neck chop, though. I was kind of disappointed. I was really hoping for giant Native Americans to start crushing.
He'll show back up in Justice League.
But yeah, like, I love that conversation. It's like, oh, like, they're talking about, like, the war and stuff, and he talks about how his people were wiped out. It's like, oh, well, what happened? It's like, they were wiped out in the last war. It's like, by who? It's like, his people. And he, like, points at Chris Pine. It's just like, and, like, I think that's, like, the first kind of sobering moment that she's just like, wait, what? It's like, I'm sure, like, in the back of her mind, it's like, well, no, Chris Pine is good guy. Like, so clearly, this is Ares again.
I love how that was the lesson of the movie, where she's like, no, if I stop Ares, I'll stop war, because she's the strong one, and she's been right about so much shit, and Chris Pine is just like, no, Diana, people are shit.
Yeah, that's kind of like the big lesson. It's like there are good people, there are bad people, there are shades of gray.
But I kept waiting,
and that's what she has to learn.
Was, he's like, people are shit, and she's like, oh, why are people so awful? And I'm just remembering the story Hippolyta told her, and I'm like, well, where the fuck was you? You assholes were supposed to make us better. Have fun on your pristine island for thousands of years.
Right. Oh.
Fuckers.
Yeah. And now I'm going to start leaning more heavily into spoilers. So, yeah, thought it's a good movie. Aggro? Yeah, it's a good movie. You'll probably like it, unless, I don't know, maybe you just get turned off by, like, the third act, like, big climactic thing. Maybe that'll turn you off, but, like, everything leading up to that is so goddamn phenomenal, I don't even give a shit. And plus, I think that it kind of, unlike, say, like, Superman and, like, that other piece of shit that had Wonder Woman in it. Like, I feel like it kind of earns its big bombastic, because I feel like, that's what the narrative was leading up to anyhow. But yeah, good stuff. Spoiler starting, like real spoiler starting now. That her crossing no man's land is, like I said, like that is possibly now my new favorite moment in all of comic book moviedom. And you brought this up too. It could have been this big old feminazi thing of like, she could have had this one. It's like, no man. It's like, it's no man's like, no man can cross it. She didn't look at the camera and go, well, I
am no man.
And she just goes out there and just wrecks shit. And like, she goes out there and she, at first it's like that really cool, that classic Wonder Woman bullet deflecting stuff. But then just like, oh shit, a chain gun. Or a fucking machine gun. And she like pulls out the shield and she's like getting down there, like hunkering down. And it's that moment of, no, she can't actually do this by herself. And it becomes this collaborative effort where, like, they strafe her on the side and they're, like, picking the guys off, who are freaking firing
like,
down.
She's drawing all the fire, and, like, all the regular soldiers are like, are we going? Like, no, stay the fuck down, are you retarded?
Yeah, that was...
But then she just bitch slaps a mortar shell out
of
the air.
Oh my god!
Like, I guess we're going. Yeah, we're going.
Yeah, that was the greatest fucking mortar, just...
Because that was such this beautiful microcosm of the whole, like, thematic arc of the story where Diana comes out and she's like, this is how things are. And everyone else is like, no, like, look at the shithole. This is how things are. And she's like, yeah, no, we're not doing that.
Yeah, just, oh my god, just, that sequence is, because, what was it, like her hunkered down with all the bullets converging on her, deflecting off of her shield is just one of, just, that scene is just the most heroic thing I've seen.
Like, that's it. That's what a superhero is.
Yeah.
It is a character that rises above our ability to enforce what should be true, what should be right, on an unjust and a dangerous situation.
Yeah. Also, and another thing I kind of view as, the traditional superheroes is
it's
that...
kind of Nietzsche in the way I described it.
Huh. Yeah, but also she acts as like this beacon of hope, which is kind of weird because we had the movie about the guy who's a beacon of hope, and he was a dreary motherfucker. But, here, like, she literally, like, in that moment of heroism, she inspires everyone else to do better. And, like, she fixes a situation, not by herself, but like, by assisting and inspiring and lifting everyone else with her. And it was, oh my god. Like that, like you said, like that is a fucking superhero. Like, and we don't get that shit very often.
And because the movie executed that scene so well, it got to take a break, take the next 15 minutes, and have Wonder Woman shit kick a whole town of German soldiers, and it was awesome.
Right?
Oh my god. She just fucking walking left and right and flipping tanks and shit.
Oh god, I love, what was it, that one fucking sniper up in the building, and they're like... So the guy's firing down from town, and Wonder Woman, like, they set up a ramp for Wonder Woman, she just, boom! You think she's gonna, like, smash through the window and fuck that guy? No, she just hits that wall so goddamn hard that she collapses the whole thing.
Like, one of the very early scenes of the movie, like, as soon as Chris Pine crashes, she pulls him out, and the destroyer comes in, and they're in the boats, and the German soldiers are fighting the Amazons, and... even saying that sentence is amazing. So about the time, what's her name? The Chick Complete Buttercup.
Shit, Buttercup?
From the Princess Bride. Sorry.
Robin
Wright. Paulina's sister.
Oh, okay.
Antiope? I don't know. I can never tell with Greek.
Yeah.
Anyway, about the time she, like, 360 no-scope, triple arrows 3 guys behind a rock. I'm just looking at the screen going, why have I never seen this in a movie before? This is amazing. It's fucking... I miss the adventure serial. I miss that 1930s Indiana Jones shit.
Yeah, what was it? Like, I think that shit died with Pirates 1. Which is weird, because we keep making...
can take another crack at the Phantom.
Who owns the Phantom? Shit.
God, I don't know.
Yeah, neither do I. Shit, we'll have to look that up later, because I am kind of curious. But yeah, I like about this movie takes a lot of moments to just take it back down and just have characters talk. There's like lots of, just dialogue, just little scenes here and there. It's not all about like plot. It's, it's they take moments, have character moments. We see, like Diana. Well, first, we see Chris Pine like trying to adjust to fucking Paradise Woman Island, and then like her like adapting to fucking England, and then you get to like meet the Howling Commandos, and we get to like explore them a little bit. Yeah, I love how this movie just, because that other movie that happened, it was all just exposition, and it was kind of meaningless exposition too, and it was
just a goddamn dumpster fire.
Yeah,
I was saying after we got out of Wonder Woman, I would have watched like the 10-hour HBO miniseries of this story.
Yeah,
because Wonder Woman and the Howling Commandos wandering around fucking World War I France, I'd watch that shit forever. Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so the ending is where things got stupid. That is
because there were 2 endings of this movie. Steve went off to have his Captain America ending, which was like where the movie was going, and then Diana went off to listen to a speech from Ares and have a Matrix Revolutions fly fight with him.
Yeah.
And it made me sad.
Yeah, because, like, Ares shows up, and they do the whole, we got you, it was this guy all along. And I do kind of like that it was that dude, mostly because I had a feeling it was him. I don't know why I thought it was him. I just looked at that fucker like, you're too nice. You're too helpful. And then, like, he started interfering at weird times. I'm like, I bet that motherfucker's Ares.
I'm just really excited that actor was in the movie, because I love every time he gets a job.
So yeah, I liked yeah, I like the casting on Ares and stuff. I also love like whenever he was in his big CG monster suit, you could see through his mask and he was still British guy underneath.
Right? Like, oh, I was cast down from heaven for being British instead of Greek.
Yeah.
They kind of fucked up the pantheon though, because like Ares has the lasso on it. He's like, I ain't the god of war. What?
Oh yeah, like I forgot what he says he is.
Truth. He's
Truth.
the god of truth.
Yeah.
So if the lasso doesn't work on him, he's crazy. Or...
Well, I mean, it's like I think the idea is like we misunderstood. Like maybe him being the god of war was Amazon propaganda against him.
Like maybe a lot of that story was Hippolytus full of shit.
Yeah.
Also, wow, how did the Spartans manage to enslave the race of Amazons?
What?
Yeah, they were enslaved.
Was that in the...
Yeah, they got enslaved and Hippolyta led a revolt, and then that's why they're on Themyscira now.
Oh. Well, shit.
Yeah.
I forgot about that part of the movie. I'll have to go back and watch that then.
I didn't think the Spartoi would be down for that.
Yeah, let's see. But yeah, like, big dumb CGI battle. And really, it sucks too because, like, there are still great things happening. Most of the stuff with the Howling Commandos. Like, Wonder Woman's fucking off having her big, DC superhero finale where everything gets destroyed and wrecked and stuff. And I felt that they had kept that a bit more small scale. It would have worked. I don't know. Because I feel like, because killing Ares doesn't actually change anything. So that fight kind of seemed pointless. Yeah, like Ares was like whispering into the hearts of men.
Like, yeah, maybe that was the point of it, but it's, I don't know.
Because it just feels so, and there's, like I said, there's still great things happening. Like, all the stuff with Howling Commandos, Steve Trevor. The other Chris.
That's why we call him Chris Pine.
Right? Yeah, like fucking Chris Pine like runs up, he's like, I love you. And it's like that fucking line where he just goes, I'll save today, you save the world. Oh, god damn. This movie is just, like, it's full of so many great moments like that.
I love when they're on the tower before the big CGI fight starts, and, she's like, oh my god, it didn't work, and, like, I killed Ares, or maybe this is wrong, and I don't know if it's going to do it, and she's having her whole meltdown that usually takes the whole second act of a movie. I'm glad they just did it in 5 minutes. But Steve's standing there like, okay, I've been trying to explain to you that what you're doing, our planet did, like, for the last 5 years, and I'm gonna go do my job.
Okay, so I have something else to say about big dumb CGI battle. Oh god. Okay, like the very end of it though, it's just like, I'm gonna defeat him with love, and also shooting lightning out of my bracelets.
Yeah, no, that whole fucking thing.
That whole, like, cause, oh my god, I feel like that was some fucking DC executive. That was just like, no, it's gotta be bigger. It's gotta be more destructive. That's what people want from superhero movies. What?
Oh my god, that whole thing about them being enslaved is a lie. It's more of Hippolyta's bullshit. They're on a secret island no one can find, so Zeus can hide her from Hera.
But didn't Ares kill all the gods?
That's what he said.
Also, okay.
It sounds dumb. And also, Zeus isn't like, with the last of my power I struck down. No. Zeus is like, motherfucker said what?
Yeah, so, okay. This movie confirms that in the world of the DCEU, that mankind was created by Zeus.
Well, I don't know. Because this is all in that bullshit story Hippolytus telling.
Yeah, so, like, if what Hippolytus says is true, that mankind was made by Zeus, that means Christianity in the concept of the DCEU is a false religion, which means it really deflates all of Superman's Christian allegory bullshit that Snyder's been shoving in there.
Although, with the Flash in play, we might be just looking at alternate timelines.
She went back in time and just...
Like Zeus created humanity in the Flashpoint universe.
No, Flashpoint is going to be... Actually, I don't know if, like, that one scene from that one movie we don't fucking talk about, if he was creating... If that was, like, a Flashpoint reference, or if that was an Injustice reference. Because if they're going to do fucking Injustice, god damn it. Way to really fuck up your franchise. Let's see.
I don't believe an entire room full of British military command could not recognize Ottoman and cuneiform.
What?
The Dr. Poison's notebook. They're like, oh, we've been running it through cryptography, and we don't know what it looks like it's two languages, but we don't know what they are. I'm like, nigga, I went to high school and I watch YouTube videos all day. I know what those two languages are from the scene when you passed it in front of the camera. We passed it through cryptography? No, motherfucker. You guys, somebody from the Ottoman Empire is in the next room. This is fucking London. That's all 3 Sikhs and 5 sepoys outside.
I didn't even notice that. That went completely over my head. Yeah, let's see.
Look, we speak hundreds of languages, including modern American English for some reason.
Yeah, it was good shit.
You speak English? Geoffrey Chaucer shit.
Okay, so what else is there to talk about with this film? I think we might have hit... I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about, and I'm just kind of blanking on it. Because this movie does have just so much to talk about. Like, you know, there's you know, because there are, like... Oh, now I remember. I love... Okay, this is a superhero origin film. That was not... That didn't follow the normal superhero structure of... Let's get introduced to this character. Oh, they got the powers. Oh, they follow being superhero. Oh, wait, here's a villain from the fight in the third act. Because, yeah, the Ares thing is tacked on, but Ares is the inciting incident from fucking Act 1. Mm-hmm. So, like, the mere fact that it wasn't that structure of... Because, like, even, like, with, like, you know, like, other superhero movies that I really like, you know, Iron Man does that. Fucking... Even Doctor Strange did that. Like, you know, Caecilius is off doing all his fucking random bullshit in the background, you know, as a fucking subplot. And then, you know, at the end of Act 2, then he fucking intersects with Doctor Strange. Then the third act is about them fighting.
Mm-hmm. I've always loved Wonder Woman for the simplicity of her origin story. Because her origin story is she shows up.
Yeah. Because
she's a much purer expression of both, especially in modern cinema, the archetypal superhero. And in that sort of idea, and DC pushes this a lot harder than Marvel does, the idea of superheroes as the new gods. Because she's literally like half a Greek goddess.
Yeah, that was kind of a weird thing. Okay, this is like another thing that I had an issue with. This is like, because, you know, big dumb CGI battle in this one thing where, like, they do the big reveal, like, you know, she was actually the daughter of Zeus. She's a half-god this entire time. I'm like, that doesn't, like...
Doesn't mean anything to us.
Yeah.
It might mean something to her, but not in the context of this story.
Yeah, like, it was just kind of...
I really thought they were ramping up to do a really lame she's Ares' daughter thing.
Yeah, and that's what I was expecting the entire time.
Like, she's a Greek mythological character. Mm-hmm. Statistically speaking, she's probably Zeus's offspring. That's not really a reveal, guys.
Yeah, it's just, it felt weird because they kept, like, hinting at it and hinting at it and hinting at it, and it's just like, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I get it. She's gonna be Ares' daughter, and there's gonna be sort of moral conflict. No, oh no, she's Zeus's daughter.
Where's Zeus?
Well,
like he used the last of his power. What the fuck does that mean?
Maybe, I don't know. I was gonna try to like make like a sex joke, like he blew his load or something, but I can't even.
Like all the way, right. Most of the ways that this movie is dumb, it's dumb like Greek myth is dumb. It's dumb like old Wonder Woman comics are dumb. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the thing. There's a lot wrong in this movie. There's a lot dumb in this movie, but this movie has enough heart to bear it up.
There you go, heart. Yeah, like it's very sincere with its messages, as schmaltzy as it fucking is. It leans into that shit hard. I feel like the person, you know, like Patty Jenkins, the person who directed this, and the people who are writing it really gave a shit about this character, really wanted to do her justice, really wanted to represent her properly in film. Because, I mean, they could have easily because like with the way these other movies have been going, they could have done Frank Miller Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
They could have had her been this man-hating feminazi dyke. They could have just gone that route.
Do well with like modernize them up a little bit. Mm-hmm. Like make them conform more to modern ideals and modern society. Wonder Woman's character can't brook that because she's this giant shining thing that just is from the dawn of human civilization, and everything has to go around her. Gal Gadot being 8 feet tall didn't hurt.
Wait, what?
I said Gal Gadot being 8 feet tall didn't hurt.
Is she? Is she really tall? I never really noticed.
She's pretty tall.
Yeah, I mean, she's
on the tall side.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, she's still not like Henry Cavill tall. So, because did you ever see what was it? Justice League: New Frontier, where that animated film that was on that kind of old timey style. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of drawn like a Fleischer cartoon or a Fleischer cartoon. Yeah. Where she like Superman beats Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman stands up, and she's half a foot taller than him. He's just like.
Yeah.
Nice to meet.
That's that good shit.
Okay, so love this movie. Fucking good shit. Don't fuck this up. You got a good Wonder Woman movie. We want more Wonder Woman movies. Honestly, I don't even care about the rest of the fucking DCEU. If I can just get more good Wonder Woman movies, don't bog it down with all this fucking continuity bullshit. Honestly, I didn't even like the fact that they referenced that other thing that happens. That fucking abomination.
What? No, I have no idea what you're talking about. Hey, you remember early on in the Wonder Woman movie, there was this really cool reference to Batman. It was really subtle. I wonder if they're going to make new Batman movies.
Right? I feel like this might be the start of some sort of cinematic universe for DC.
I hated that movie so goddamn much.
We all hated that movie. Only fucking retards like that movie and defend it and say it's good. I'm sick. I've had honestly some of the dumbest people whose opinion I don't respect at all go, yeah, that movie wasn't all that good. And when those people are saying that movie isn't all that good, you know it's a fucking dumpster fire. You know that is a fucking crime against humanity. When fucking Bill Dotrey at my goddamn job is going, yeah, no, I didn't. It was alright. I can understand why people hate it. How do you fuck that concept up? It should have been amazing.
I think it had a 66% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes. And then we elected Trump.